upon a time, there was a teenager named Casey. She loved epic battles, but one day she found a sword lying on the front door. "Where did this come from?" she said. Suddenly, a gust of wind came. Ah! When she opened her eyes, she found herself in a hospital. "What happened?" she asked. Gasp.
Not you.
Gasp. "I'm in the hospital." She ran out the door. The gust of wind came again. She ended up in California. The wildfire was going on, and she was in that same forest. Ah! She even saw a firefighter. "I can't believe I'm in a wildfire." The next thing she knew, she was at a street. Cars were zipping by me. I quickly went across the road. Meanwhile, a nurse was helping a patient. I ran into the hospital. I saw a firefighter on a cot. I ran to the spot I was when I got there. The sword was in pieces. She took it home, and studied it. Then she watched TV. That end. Once upon a time, there lived a little girl named Lily. And when she was all grown up, she wanted to be a nurse. And she wanted to go to the Amazon. One day, she saved up money, and she knew that she would go someday. Eventually, she did. When she was walking, she fell into a hole, and it went black. Then, when she opened her eyes, she said, "Where am I?" asked Lily. Oops, that was bad. All of a sudden, she saw a glittering sword. "What is this?" she asked. "Oh, well, it's a sword," said a voice. "Huh?" Then she asked him if he could get her out of the cave. "Well, sure I can." He said. With a zip and a zoom, they were gone. "Woo," said Lily. Then they landed. "Are you serious?" "Oops," said the man. And with a zip and a zoom, they were gone. When they landed, Lily noticed that the man was gone. So she started walking. Then she saw a wildfire. "Oh no," said Lily. "What should I do?" She said, "I know, I will call the firefighters." So she called them, and one drove her home in a car. And she made sure that they helped the animals. Then one day, Lily got the job. She was a nurse in a hospital and spent her days helping people, and she was happy.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful rainforest and a koala named Josie, who lived there. Suddenly, a fire came, and she scampered up a tree into a little den with leaves and watched as animals left and right ran back and forth, terrified of the blazing orange light. At first, she thought she was safe, but then suddenly another tree caught on fire and smashed down on her tree, and she went flying in the air and landed in a firefighter's hands. "Well, hello there, little fellow," the firefighter said. But then the firefighter saw a group of other koalas, and they were about to burn down, but the firefighter grabbed his sword and threw it at the tree, and it sliced the tree in half, and he ran and caught the koalas, who were also hurt. He called the ambulance to come and pick him up to drive to the hospital. On the way there, Josie saw many cars passing by and didn't know what they were doing there. Finally, they got to the hospital, and the nurse came out and helped bring them in. Soon they were all bandaged up and ready to go back to the jungle home.